Hi everyone, today on Jesse's Lego I'm going to be sharing with you my Easter Festival, which is occupying Town Square and everything up in that corner. It has been a little while since my last video. I've been busy with projects other than Lego on the weekend and but I'm hoping to create more videos more often that are a little bit shorter to get them out a little bit more. He also occupies a lot of my time, the culprit's right there. So without any further ado, I'll show you my Easter Festival, and I have a special surprise project that I've been working on to share with you towards the end of the video too. So let's get started. So this is the Easter Festival. So there are a couple of changes from last year, and I'm actually really happy with how this one turned out. So last year I can't remember what I had in the middle, but I certainly didn't have this giant egg. This was the gift with purchase for Easter last year, and I've repurposed it as the central item, the display piece for my Easter Festival. And I've put the chocolate rabbit Build-A minifigure from last year on top as well. And what we have around it is a brand new bunny hutch. So all the little rabbits have somewhere to play. I would like to rebuild that in a different color next year. I only had white pieces on hand in those styles, so it's a little bit iffy, but it serves its purpose. And then we've got some of my decorations from last year, which was the vegetables and the flowers with the white picket fence. I redid the corner piece with some newer elements this year too. Another flower element from last year, and the chicken coop from last year's Easter Bunny set as well. So not too much has changed with this. I've put a lot of costumed minifigures out, especially those in animal and food costumes. So I've got like the shark, the pug suit guy, cat suit woman, the fox suit lady, she's always trying to steal the chickens, and some new additions like the ladybird suit lady. So it's not, I feel like they're all very springy, very foody, animally, insecty. It's nice to have a bit of a theme, and for me it helps as well. And Sigfig Jesse's wearing his bunny hat as well. So I don't know where he gets all these hats from, but he seems to have something for every season. So there's that. We welcomed a couple of new Sigfigs into the town at the same time too. So there's a lot of Sigfigs from other accounts and friends that I follow who have populated this festival. We've got all the food suit people over here. I'll show you these stands in just a second. I liked how the Halloween and Christmas festival turned out in a similar sense. So I went through and created these stands for the Easter one. I still need plates to stick all these things down too, because every time I touch something, all the minifigures fall over, and it's frustrating to say the least. But I went through using parts on hand, and I created 4 different stands to represent spring and harvest and all sorts of other stuff. It's like a street market, a street fair. So we have the produce stand over here with the farmer. Got some bananas, apples, carrots, half a pie, half a watermelon, and some chocolate. Very Easterish. And then we also have an Easter egg / face painting stand. So you could paint the Easter eggs or paint your face if you're this little girl. So I went through and made the paint pots and put some of the eggs on trays. So this girl's going through and she's perfectly positioned to start painting them. And then over here we have a florist stand, which is managed by the lady in the flower pot. So we have a couple of bouquets up here and some gift boxes with flowers and coordinating colors on a tray below. And finally, my favorite stand, the honey stand. So we've got the beekeeper minifigure using his honey jars and like a beehive. The words eluded me at the moment for it, but a beekeeper's box over here as well, and the little birds come to join. So Brick Design came up with this awesome idea that I saw last year for the honey jars, except unlike him, I couldn't get my extra stickers with the honey jar sign on it to stick on here. They kept peeling off. So we're just going to have to pretend that they're jars of honey for this one, but I came up with this one in the 11th hour, and it's my favorite stand so far. It's nice to be able to use some of these minifigures that I haven't used before. But the main reason that I started the street festival was because I had something to put at the end of it, which for me it made a big difference. When you look at the street, it doesn't have to be an endless street of markets. It's got something at the end, and this is the Easter Bunny's Carrot House, which was the gift with purchase for this year for Easter. That was last year's, this is this year's. So it's incredibly detailed inside. There's a lot of stickers. There's a lot of cool elements on the outside too. It's essentially just a very large carrot that the Easter Bunny lives in. But it gives a reason to have the Easter Bunny, and kids can go and visit and stuff, so it works out in the end. So I've got this at the end for the carrot. I've got all the fruit and vegetable people getting around as well, some more sig figs. I've put planter boxes with different flowers in Eastery colours at the end of the street to kind of close off the road. I thought it was a bit more, a bit easier on the eye than having the road closed signs. And to frame the entrance to the festival, this little chicken came with the egg for last year, and the little bunny came with the gift for this year. So they frame the entrance to the Easter festival as we have it over here. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I look forward to expanding on it a little bit more next year and using next year's Easter sets that they come out with to see what I can put together. But otherwise, it would be nice to have giant plates in the same color as this, kind of like fake grass or something had been laid out for the festival. And yeah, can't wait to see what next year brings. Just while we're on the topic, I did finish my video tile collection from last video. I am missing one tile, just one of the yellow ones, but still yet to put these to good use. I just really like the prints and the designs at the moment, and I have tried the video app, which is quite cool. Just haven't got around to playing with it fully, but now that I've got all but one of the tiles, we're all good to go. So my surprise for the end of the video is I finally started working on my train station, which I'm really excited to show you. So you can see it a little bit from this angle here. It's of course a work in progress, and it's not by any means finished, but we'll go around the other side of the table and I will show you how that's turned out and what I've done with it in just a second. So this is what I've got for my train station so far. I've been designing this for years actually, ever since I started on the bridge, and I've been doing a digital design too. But I thought I'd try my hand using parts that I have on hand, since I've got so many parts on hand now, which I didn't have before. And this is what I've come up with. So I'd always wanted to have columns in the middle with big arches, and then like a covered area over the roof. But what I'd originally had was kind of like a clock tower on each end. This will be symmetrical on the other side as well. Like a clock tower which showed you where what the time was and the trains were leaving at any given time, and this part in the middle. But now I've got this on the end, and I'd like to replicate it on the other side too. We've got subway tiles, and some can't have her falling on the tracks. We've got the subway tiles here. I'd like to put a big white line up here so that people know not to step off the edge of the platform. I'd like to have the nice decorative fencing in black as well. So it's all just placeholder to see how it turned out for the moment, but I'm really liking how this looks, and given that it doesn't have a back to it, it doesn't obstruct the view of the rest of the town either. So I've got the little fencing at the top of the to kind of frame the roof as well, and this will be a clock tower that'll be a little bit taller. But for all intents and purposes, I had originally tried, as you might be able to see through here, to route stairs from the ground up through the platform, but because the platform's only 6 studs wide, it's always been a bit of a struggle for how am I going to get the stairs in, and I would have to redesign most of the supports for the entire bridge for that too. So this is probably the best case solution for now. I'll start building it, see how it goes, but I just wanted to share with you guys how the designs were looking at this point, because I'm a little bit excited for how it's turned out. So I'm not sure if you can see, but I do a lot of drawings of the stuff that I want to build, especially my own creations. And this is what it was going to look like originally, with the tower on either end and then the covered area in the middle. But how I've currently got it, and this is the plan I'm working towards, is the covered areas on either side and a structure in the middle to support a clock and some flags and things. But stair-wise, I thought maybe on the back of the bridge where Chinatown is at the moment, I would be able to have stairs that go up to a central portion behind here, a platform where commuters would be able to come onto the station without coming through the station, which gives me more room to have more seats going along as well. So that's how it's looking at the moment. I hope once I've dismantled the bookshop, I'll just grab that. So I bought a second bookshop a short while ago because I wanted to build this in mirror beside the current painted lady row home over here, except in lavender. So I thought I'd get it because it will be more economical piece-wise, and then just swap out the teal pieces for lavender as I get them. And I was going to use this building here for parts to build the train station. So that's a project towards the end of the month, to open all this up, build the second house, and then start using these parts to build the train station. So hopefully by the time they have another update, there'll be a little bit more progress on this. But thank you for watching so far. I look forward to sharing more updates more frequently with you that are a little bit shorter. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed this Easter Festival update, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Yep. Indy, you want to say goodbye? Let's say goodbye to the people. Goodbye. See you later.